everyone, Highlander here from MTG Cardsmith doing another custom Magic the Gathering card review. And today we've got another card by KorandAngels from his Color Shifted Planeswalker set. Ajani, Warlord, Mystic. Alright, first of all, art, much better. Is this from another Ajani Planeswalker? If it is, I don't recognize it. Now, the positioning's weird. Like, there's all this empty space here, so you could probably recrop this. Because I definitely see there's more art down here. I would probably recrop this if I were you, so that he's actually like fitting the frame better. But it's definitely a large step up from the paint art. So now there is a white red Ajani already. So kind of strange that you decided to go the red white route, but okay, we'll go with it. Warlord, Mystic. Okay. And again, we're a 3/3 cat with vigilance in addition to our other types. I talked at length about this in the other two videos. I don't like it. If you want to know why, watch the other two videos. Okay, +2. Ajani Warlord Mystic gets +2/+2 and gains first strike until end of turn. Okay. -8, destroy all other creatures. You gain 1 life for each creature destroyed this way. Alright, this card is like... This card is very good. And here's why. So, you play this on 5, +2, and you get a 5/5 with first strike and vigilance. Okay? With 5 loyalty. So, now, yes, they can, Doomblade it or whatever, but assuming they don't have, like, destruction-based removal... this is very unlikely to die. It's not going to die in combat. It can block for itself, right? Which means if they send creatures at Ajani, he can block one of the creatures and eat it. And again, this is one of the issues with this is he can block for himself. I think he can block for himself. I don't actually know how it works in Magic rules. My guess is there's no rule written for how this would work. But I think intuitively he would be able to block for himself. And thus very unlikely to die, and thus very likely to be able to wipe all of the creatures from the board and gain 1 life for each creature destroyed this way, and then also attack with your 3/3 that's still on the board. So this card is incredibly powerful. But this one does fit red-white well enough. I mean, board wipes are common in red and white. +2/+2 in first strike, very red and white. Being able to attack with vigilance, the idea here is cool, but so I would say this is my favorite of the 3 that we've looked at. I think this one color-wise fits the best. I think, like, this one, the body at least it's much less of a liability here, right? Like, the one thing it does is it makes it vulnerable to destroy effects that don't target planeswalkers and only target creatures. But overall, this is much more of an upside because it's essentially a 5/5 first strike vigilance for 5, which is pretty strong, and then eventually can tick up and deal, and wipe the board. So, so this is certainly my favorite of all of them. I think the idea here is really interesting, but again, I think that this permanent, like, creature thing on a planeswalker is just not a good idea. Mainly because of this. Again, I brought it up a million times, but this idea that you can probably block for yourself is, like, really strange. It's just really strange. It doesn't really make any sense, like, I think this would work a lot better if you could, if this was just more like a Gideon, where he would just turn into a 5/5 vigilance first strike, prevent all damage, indestructible, blah 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 blah, until end of turn for 0, and then you even get to give him another ability, right? So yeah, I mean, best of the three, I would say, still has some issues. So I think I'll give this one. I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Excuse me. Yeah, I think this one. It's mostly this, really. This and I mean, this is a really powerful ultimate. I think this ultimate would be fine if he wasn't able to block for himself, because that makes him like really. That makes him very likely to be able to survive, right? And your opponent has to throw crazy amounts of resources if they want to kill this guy with creatures. They have to at least throw one creature away, and that's assuming they have enough damage to, you know, deal 5 while also throwing a creature away at the same time. And if that's the case, you're probably behind. But if you're ahead, like this card is just a little. I think if you're ahead, this ultimate is too good because of this creature thing. Excuse me. So I think this one could use a little bit of love. Also, you've got these like kind of color shifted planeswalkers, which is kind of a neat idea. But going with red-white seems strange for Ajani, considering we already have a red-white Ajani. I think it would have been much more interesting to see like a blue-white or we have a green-white Ajani too. A black-white Ajani might be cool. Might be interesting. But we've got red-white already. It's not the end of the world, but it just seems like it's maybe doesn't quite fit the theme of what you're going for. So anyway, 5 out of 10 for Ajani. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.